Hi everyone, it's Mickey from GameMaker Cast. Welcome back. In the previous lessons for Skaterfall, we worked on the sprites. We also worked on importing the sprite backgrounds where we have different tiles into a game object. And then once we have that object, adding it into our room, and then finally, this is the end result, picking a random frame and moving the background to the left. In this video, we're going to be doing the same thing with the floor sprite, but we're going to check a few different things. So we'll start off by right-clicking on objects and saying create object. We'll call this obj floor. Make sure that we assign the sprite. Now, this floor object is also going to be using the exact same code that we have in the object background, the create and also the step. So what we can do is we can create a parent for two of these objects so that we don't have to keep writing the code. So I'm going to make a new group, and let's just call this static. And in here, I'll add in my object floor and my object background. I'll create a new object. We'll just create object static parent. And what I'm going to do is click on parent and then click on children. And now I want to assign the floor and the background as a child object of this parent here. Now in the background, we can take our events, we can cut them out and paste them into our static parent. You'll notice that when we're doing this, we have a nice little icon come up here, and I'll explain that in 1 second once we paste this event in. So what that means is that this object is inheriting these events from the static parent. So if we click on them, we're taken to the static parent, and this is the code that's going to run. Now, what if we want our floor to run at different speeds? Well, we can right-click on create, and we can just say inherit event, and now we can change the horizontal speed to, let's say, 4. So what's going to happen is this is going to run all of the code found inside the static parent, and then it's going to come back up and run any of the code underneath. So we're just changing the speed from 2 to 4. Now we'll have to make sure that once we're in our room, let's get rid of the stock here. We'll make a new instances and we'll call this floor. We want to make sure that it's below the wall. And now we can take our object floor, we can zoom in, we'll have to change our grid size once again, and we can hold down Alt and we can just place our floor in. Now just like before, we're going to have to place 3 floor tiles, or else we're going to have a gap in our scene. Is that? Well, it's moved over, so there we go. Alright, that's all lined up now. Now even though in our static parent we're choosing a random image here, or a random frame, it's going to pick from 0 to 0, so that's always going to be 0. So we should be able to go ahead and hit play. Let's see what this looks like now. If I drag this over, our background is moving and also our floor is moving. So we'll have to play around with the numbers here to get them to look right. Maybe we should have our background moving faster than our floor. So what we can do is we will just copy this horizontal speed. We'll right click on create, and again this is with our object floor, and all I want to do is say delete event, and that will bring us back to the parent event. On the background, we'll right click and say inherit, and we'll paste our speed in there. And let's give it one more play to see what it looks like. Once again, we can drag this over, and well, that's not actually looking too bad. I think we'll kind of stay with this, or we'll just set them to the same. You know what, let's just set them to the same for now, and we won't play around with the aesthetics too much. We just want something working so we can keep pushing forward. Alright, so now we have our objects being moved to the left. The tiles up here are being randomly selected and then put into place. The floor tile is just being moved all the way over so that we have no gaps. And that brings this lesson to an end. I'd like to thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.